What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Bill with EvilleTruck, and this is Matt. This is the Tap Squatch, and this is the 70mm 4K T8 premium set. It's another dash cam. If you have seen Matt's Bronco, he likes dash cams. But this one, they actually sent out to him to review. It seems pretty cool. It's got a battery backup, so it does have Sentry mode and stuff like that. So when you're away from your car, it will keep recording. If anything disturbs the car, it'll record. But it's not going to drain your battery. It's got a battery backup pack, and this thing's supposed to last for like weeks to run your cameras. So it's going to be not a drain on your battery. It'll drain this, and then once you turn your car on, it will charge that back up automatically. So we're going to find a place to store this and get everything connected. It's supposedly it's the world's first ever 3-channel dash cam that's got 4K front and rear cameras. So yeah, I know there's other cameras that have like a 4K camera, but then the other camera will be like 1080p. This is 4K all around. So we'll see.
Not in the cab. Just front and rear.
Yeah, front and rear. It does have
Cabin recording.
Yeah, it does have cabin recording. The cabin recording's not 4K, but the rear camera and the forward camera is 4K. And yeah, it seems pretty cool. It also has 4G connection that you can connect. You can have its own 4G connection so that no matter where you're at, you can get updates. You know, you could be somewhere across the country, and if there was an update in your car, you could get alerted that, hey, something's going on with your car.
And monitor.
And you can monitor it, and you can do all that. So 70My did send this out a while ago. I don't know if you recognize the name, but a while ago Matt actually bought this 70My Omni, and we've had that installed, and that's going to replace this. This thing's pretty cool. When you turn it on, it wakes up, spins around, and that's pretty cool. Did a video on that. I'll go ahead and put a link to that up here. I can never remember which corner that goes to, but yeah, if you want to check that out. But we're going to be replacing this. So the wiring that is powering this right now, we're actually going to disconnect and pull that back. And how that is connected is down here in the fuse box. We have this switched power. So anytime you turn the ignition off, this turns off. Anytime you turn the ignition on, it powers on. So we have this power, and then we could never find a constant power fuse in here. I know I did a video before where we had tapped in to this fuse up here because I saw somewhere that this was constant power, but it's not. And I went through and tested, never found constant power. So we just tapped into a power that we'd run back through for his amp, so which is constant power. So we just tapped into that. So there's constant power running, and then fused power, and then it's just grounded to there. So now we're going to undo this wire and run it over to behind the glove box, and then we're going to connect that battery pack behind there, and then we'll wire up the new camera and everything from that. So I know that's a lot to go through, but yeah, we basically, we're going to see how it all connects and see how it looks. Kind of excited because, like I said, that little M8 70 40
My 70.
70My
that
little robot camera was pretty awesome. So looking forward to see what it all.
And the quality is insane.
Yeah, the quality on that was already good. So interesting to see how good this looks and what kind of features it has. All right, so we've got, this is the power wire that we had for the Omni, running here into this USB-C cable, and that plugged into that. So the idea is we should be able to run that over and power the battery. And if we open up the battery and take a look, and this thing, that's a pretty hefty battery pack, and we may have to make some adjustments to our original plan because that looks like it's got a specialty plug for the power. If you don't already have fuse taps like we had that I showed you in there, it does come with some supplied fuse taps and then some connectors.
These two.
All right, so yeah. So this is the wire that we'll have to run across. And it looks like it's got the same thing. It's ground, vehicle, accessory power, and then constant power. So the same 3 wires. So instead of running this USB-C across, we'll just connect those wires that we already have connected there and then run that across. So it's the same wires, we just aren't going to run this. We'll run this supplied wire that's got the special plug to it. But yeah, so it would be the ground, we'll reground there, then accessory. So anytime this one we would, let's go over here so we could show a better example. So ground, we had grounded right here. The ACC wire, we've got a big old wiring mess in here, but the ACC wire is going to be to this plug, to this fuse tap, and if you don't have a fuse tap, they do supply one, and then the other one's just going to go directly to the battery. So go ahead and get that wired up, and then we'll just pass that through under here and back behind and then over by the glove box. All right, so we've got the ACC wire, which is going to our plug. We got the VCC wire, VCC wire is going to our fuse tap, the ACC wire is going directly, and then we've got our ground here, and it's just running back behind. We use the fish tape to run it over there. And before we go too far, let's go ahead and make sure that this is powered on when we, so it should just plug in. All right, no power right now. It should be, probably need power. And then go ahead and start the car, or turn on. Don't need to start it, just.
It does say that it does have a delay.
Yes. Now start the car.
And we have LEDs.
And we have LEDs. Alright, so yeah, that should be on. And that will start charging. Now we'll run this 12-volt output, and that's going to go up to the new camera. And so then it'll run off of this always. So whenever, as long as this has charge, the batteries will work. And then if this ever runs out of charge, just got to start the car and it'll start charging this and power everything. So yeah, we're just probably just going to stick this in the glove box itself so he has access, and because there's also a extra charging port if you need it. Other than that, the other thought was to put it up over top these bars where I had the amp installed for mine, and you could use something like the mountains to metal mount to stick up there, and then that would kind of give you a tray that you could attach that to. So that's another possibility, but I think for us, for now, we're just going to put it in the glove box. And now that we can see that it is charging, we're gonna go power down though and connect the camera and go from there. All right, so here's our glove box. Just have this, and this came with some Velcro or hook and loop. Sorry, it's not Velcro, it's hook and loop that with 2-sided tape on it. So it just stuck on there, and it's stuck on there good. And we just ran or drilled a little hole in there, and we were trying to figure out what this little calendar represented, because it's got every month of the year, and then it's got the 20th through the 29th, and then most of the months for the 21st, but no idea what that's about. But regardless, the next thing we're going to do is connect this 4G hardwire kit. So If you don't have the hardwire kit, then you would just connect the battery to the camera, but we're going to connect the hardwire kit first, and then the camera is going to connect to this. And so this is, we've got this doohickey, and we got USB-C, power button, and then this is, yeah, SIM card. So you'd get a 4G SIM card. I think it needs to be AT&T network that they'll work with. You can pop that open. There'll probably be a pin in here to open that with. Yeah, so you get this little popper, and you can put your SIM card in there, and then you'll have a connected device. Now this runs to the power. This has similar connections like we just had. So if you weren't running the battery, you would just connect these wires like we connected the wires that were running to the battery. But now, since we are running this to the battery, we have this other connector, and we'll run this end in, connect that to the battery, and then this side we will just say this is the VCC. So VCC will open that and clip in, and we'll do that with each one, and then that will be wired. And then from this USB-C, we'll run the USB-C cable to the actual camera. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll run that the power wire that we already have, we'll run that in, and both of those will just connect right here to the battery pack itself. And that'll be it. So we'll go ahead and move over and get this on to the Bronco. So Matt's taking the old camera down, and while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and pull the grab handle off in here. So we're going to run the wire that is connecting to the battery and to the camera. We're going to run it along here and down back in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off so we have some access to route the wire up and around. T30 and 4 screws. That pops off, and then this panel here will pop off. There's 2 clips on the bottom and then 1 clip up here at the top. That's going to be difficult and not come off for me. There we go. And then 1 big one right in the middle. There we go. So that should give us, that should give us some room to run that wire up, and we can just tuck it back behind there along the windshield and back and into the glove box area. All right, we've been connecting all these things and we haven't even looked at the camera yet. So now's a good idea to pop that open.
And let's see here, 512 gigabyte.
Yeah, that's impressive. Most come with not quite that much storage.
So we've got the manual, we've got the windshield things that, these are nice. You put it on the windshield and then mount the 3M tape to the sticker instead of straight to the windshield. So and you get some extra ones in case you need to take it down.
Oh, nice.
And 2 for the back, 2 for the front. Let's see here, we've got the reverse camera.
Yeah, that's a whole separate camera that'll go in the back. It does not look like it is going to be an external mounted. It'll be internally mounted. So, and then
we have the
front mount, so the forward facing camera there, and then the cabin facing camera, and then you'll have a whole screen right there. So then this camera and this forward facing one are like the Sony Starvis. Those are the 4K like special cameras that are supposed to be super clear. We'll see how those look, but
there's a cigarette adapter, which we don't need.
Yep, if you're not doing the hardwire kit, then you would just need to use the battery adapter or cigarettes plug-in thing.
And we got a little trim tool and the actual mount. So
that's going to 3M to the clear thing you just showed us, and then that'll stick to the windshield.
yes,
Nice.
so we'll get that going.
Excellent. All right, so we kind of got everything wired up just so we could see what the image looked like, and he could figure out a good spot for it. And he's going to go right here in the center, and to do that he's going to use this little clear piece of plastic pretty much. And it looks like you're doing absolutely nothing on this camera, but I can assure you there's a clear piece of plastic that he's sticking to the windshield, and then that 3M tape sticks to the plastic piece, so if you do need to take it off, you just remove the plastic and you don't have to try to get 3M off your windshield.
Maybe I should have did this before I peeled the 3M. Okay, that's how it goes. There we go. So why don't we hit the accessory just to make sure and line it up. So
see,
party monitoring video available. Please check the album within the app.
can I go up high enough with that? Not really.
yeah, you're off the box now. There, you're like high on the sticker. Yeah,
Yeah, that's crooked. That's so hard to do.
yeah, it's like plugs keeping you from sliding it up far enough.
There we go.
No.
So that lives there now.
So once you get the plastic piece on there, you can stick the 3M plate on there, and that stays on there, and then you can lock the camera onto that. And yeah, that's a little bit lower than we thought it was going to be, but now we got a camera watching a camera watching a camera.
Let's raise it up a bit.
All right, so if you want to adjust it, you can peel the plastic off and readjust that. I'll wipe that real quick before you. There's a little bit of schmutz back there behind.
Put this to this first because I didn't realize it was like static plane.
Uh,
So, live and learn. I've done it once, but it's been a long time.
yeah, and just keep adjusting that till it's where we like it, and then I said the camera will just snap on there.
There
Yep.
we go.
That's a bit higher now.
See, we still have good visibility of the cabin.
So yeah, we'll get that positioned where he likes it, and then we'll run the wiring up and down, and we'll go from there. All right, so we've got the two wires on top of the camera. Both of them are just running up here and up along and then down and then in through here. Then one is just feeding, smaller one is feeding into here, which is going to connect there. And then this thicker wire, which is the thick cable for the rear camera, running down along here, fed that underneath and coming out here. And then we are just going to fish that back through here to the back and figure out where to connect it, where we're going to put the rear camera. All right, so we've got that wire and it's run back here, and we don't have a whole lot of length left. So probably just going to mount the camera somewhere over in this area, and then you want to take the top off and just kind of stow this away like the well, like that is over there for the windshield washer and wiper connectors on that side, but just have something over here where we can kind of tuck that away. I guess we should get the camera and see where it could go. I was like, that's really off because you're tired, but it's because your tailgate's
open. That one's really off.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I don't think there's any bad spot
No, I think that.
I think just find the most convenient spot on the glass and
Yeah.
go for it.
It's hard to see on that screen too, so hopefully Matt's going to get us some footage, some recordings of this thing once it all dialed in, so we can actually see a little bit better, and I can put some of that video of it actually, of some of its actual recordings in daytime and nighttime, instead of trying to look through this camera onto that screen through the cameras. It's not going to do it any justice. Yeah, I think that it looks good from what I could tell. It's a pretty good view. And I mean, that's through tinted glass that's not even clean yet, and it's still a pretty good picture. Yeah, just find a happy home for it, and we'll see. All right, so we got everything tucked away. Wiring's all tucked away. Everything looks good. Like I said, we ran the wires there. We just have it sitting in the glove box for right now. The 4G adapter is right on the back side of that. Matt is going to get a SIM card for that, and then we'll be able to show off like the Sentry mode and everything. Thanks for 70My for sending that out to Matt, and thank you, Matt, for bringing it by and letting us install it and record it. And thank you. Be sure to check out Tat Squatch at tat_squatch or Tattoo Matt 71 or here on the channel. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.